And then they say he left troops in Syria. You know what I did? I left troops to take the oil. I took the oil. The only troops I have are taking the oil. They're protecting the oil. I took over
We're taking the oil. We're not taking the oil.
Well, maybe we will. Maybe we won't.
They're protecting the facility.
I don't know. Maybe we should take it. But we have the oil. Right now, the United States has the oil.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack there. But in the time we have left, Matt, first I want to look at one kind of integral part. And this goes all the way back to the Obama part. It definitely applied during the Trump period and still applies to this day. And that is the legality. We have American troops on the ground in Syria, and the Syrian government didn't exactly invite us. What does that do for our credibility internationally when we always talk about upholding the international rules-based order and all that, as we have troops sitting on the ground in Syria because we want them there who have not been invited? I don't think there's any legality to it that I'm aware of.
No, the American forces in Syria are undertaking an illegal occupation, and the double standard of the U.S., the hypocrisy, all it has done, the millions it has killed, the tens of millions it has displaced, the instability it's caused, right? All these things, is capped off by this hypocrisy, by this double standard, by the recitation of the need for a rules-based order while blatantly violating international law. And, the rest of the world sees through this. And now what we see, I think, not what I think, but what we're seeing is that further anger towards the U.S., the mistrust of the U.S., this disbelief of the U.S. has only been heightened by the U.S. support for Israel and Gaza. And so you're seeing a U.S. that has increasingly become isolated. And as many people talking about, the unipolar world is over. We're moving into a multipolar world. The idea of the United States as the world's hegemon is coming to an end. Well, as the United States does everything it can to control and to keep things from breaking apart, it puts more tension, puts more force, makes these decisions that speeds up this process of the American empire fragmenting.
That's one of the most frustrating things in the world to me, because everybody in the U.S. loves to sound tough and to be strong and, to not let anybody walk all over us and, to not lead from behind. I mean, whatever pejorative you want to be able to use, is that we're doing these things that are actually counterproductive to our own national security, our own economic security, and our own future. And this is one of them, to where we always want to have this finger pointed at all these different countries around the world: Russia, North Korea, Iran. They're violating international rules-based order, ad nauseum, while we're this, kind of right in your face kind of illegal occupation, military possession in another country that definitely has said they don't want us there. And we don't seem to even be concerned at all with those obvious, grotesque double standards that we want to hold people to something. People we don't like, we want to hold them to one standard, and then we hold us to a different standard because, we just want to be there. Whether it's Trump for the oil or Biden, because with no stated reason, he's just leaving us there, which gets us back to the current place we're in right now, and to try to figure out where we need to go. Because because of the Israeli-Hamas war and our support for Israel, we have now put targets on the backs of all those troops in Iraq and in Syria and all over the areas where the troops are located there, because the people who were against Israel are seeing that we're for Israel. So they can't target Israel, so they can target us because we're there. If those troops were not there, they wouldn't be targets.